This is All India Radio. We now bring you a special news program on COVID-19. Good morning. I'm Tanvi Taneja and with me is Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 10 this morning, likely to announce decision on lockdown. Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Mizoram, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh extend lockdown till 30th of this month. Centre asks all states and union territories to check hoarding and ensure fair prices of essential commodities. Procurement of wheat for current Rabi season to begin tomorrow. Pharma sector to ensure adequate supply of medicines and devices to fight COVID-19. Lockdown has helped to contain the spread of coronavirus in the northeast, says Donor Minister Jitendra Singh. And nation remembers Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 10 this morning. He is likely to announce decision with regard to the extension of the coronavirus lockdown. We have a report.
The Prime Minister is likely to talk about possible extension of the 21-day nationwide lockdown. Mr. Modi had addressed the nation on 24th of March and announced the nationwide lockdown to check the spread of COVID-19. In a video message, the Prime Minister had urged people to switch off lights at their homes and light up lamps, candles or mobile phone torches for 9 minutes at 9 p.m. on April 5 to display the country's collective resolve to defeat the coronavirus. The Prime Minister had spoken to Chief Ministers via video conferencing last Saturday, where several states requested him to extend the lockdown for 2 more weeks. He had held similar interactions with the Chief Ministers via video conferencing earlier on the 20th of March and 2nd of April. With Anand Kumar, Suparna Saitya, AIR News, Delhi.
Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Mizoram, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh governments have extended lockdowns till 30th of this month. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy said all restrictions under Section 144 of Criminal Procedure Code and the Disaster Management Act 2005 will be in force till this month end. He has said the decision has been taken keeping in view of the fact that any relaxation from the restrictions at this stage would be detrimental to the efforts to control the disease. The caseload in the state has surged to 1,173, with 98 more cases getting reported yesterday. More from our correspondent.
The centre has approved 2 more SARS-CoV-2 testing laboratories for Tamil Nadu, taking the total to 25. The new laboratories are made functional in the Government Medical College Hospital in Vellore and the State Public Health Laboratory in Chennai. The medical institutions are planning to study the efficacy of transfusing the blood platelets from the cured patients to those under treatment. It is to be made under the assumption that the platelets of the cured patients may probably be having higher concentration of antibodies against the virus. It is also being considered to approve delivery of essential medicines at the doorsteps of people. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
Puducherry Chief Minister V. Narayanaswamy said that since Tamil Nadu has extended the lockdown, Puducherry cannot be isolated and hence the lockdown is being extended till April 30th. Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Preston Song said that after reviewing the prevailing situation across the region, the decision to extend the lockdown has been taken. Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga said that during the extended period of lockdown, some relaxation is likely to be given to a few sectors which will be chalked out in the course of time. Arunachal Pradesh government also has extended the lockdown in the state till April 30th. The extension comes with few more exemptions in addition to the existing ones.
The centre has asked states and union territories to check hoarding and ensure fair prices of essential commodities during the lockdown. Consumer Affairs Minister Ramvilas Paswan held a meeting with state and union territories ministers of food and public distribution through video conference. He directed that micro-level plan should be initiated to ensure that essential commodities are available at fair price in the local markets. Mr. Paswan said the states have been empowered under the Essential Commodities Act to ensure its compliance. He directed that all arrangements are undertaken to commence wheat procurement for the Rabi market season 2020-21 from tomorrow. The minister underlined that social distancing norms are strictly followed during the procurement. He said a duty roster for staff, workers and labourers should be prepared by all procurement centres, godowns, offices and ensure that there is no shortage of labour. Mr. Paswan said all states and union territories have been provided with enough food grain stocks to fulfill the targets under the Prime Minister Gharib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Under the scheme, all PDS beneficiaries will be provided with 5 kg food grains per person, free of cost for the next 3 months. Food Corporation of India FCI has achieved a rare distinction of transporting more than 1,000 train rakes carrying about 3 million tons of food grains during the period of lockdown. It has also been able to unload about 2.7 million tons in various states during the same period. Consumer Affairs Ministry said that on an average, FCI is loading and unloading about 3 lakh tons every day since the beginning of the lockdown. It is almost double its normal average. The ministry said FCI has already delivered about 5.9 million tons of food grains to the state governments under various schemes since nationwide lockdown. FCI is ensuring that stocks are made available to NGOs and welfare organizations at subsidized rates for undertaking relief operations for people facing food shortages due to the pandemic.
Vegetable markets in Delhi will be open from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., while fruit markets will be open from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The decision was taken at a meeting of Delhi Development Minister Gopal Rai with the members of the market associations of 7 wholesale markets of Delhi. Entry in these markets will be done only through coupons. Mr. Rai said the Delhi government has also constituted 4 special task force and 7 nodal officers under the Vice Chairperson and Development Secretary of the Delhi Agricultural Market Board to ensure implementation of government orders in these markets. India Post Office has hit an all-time high, crossing 1 lakh mark to record 1.09 lakh transactions a day in dispersing cash through Aadhaar-enabled payment system. In a tweet, Communication and IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad informed that the Postal Department has disbursed around 23 crore rupees of cash in a day to people at their doorsteps or post offices nearby, using a simple fingerprint authentication. This was to ensure availability of cash in people's hands during the ongoing lockdown due to COVID-19 pandemic. The minister has also asked Secretary Department of Posts to ensure the highest priority to the delivery of medicines through speed post during the lockdown. In a tweet, Mr. Prasad said all employees of India Post should be sensitized so that no one faces any difficulty in receiving or sending medicines.
The government has said that Indian pharma industry is producing enough stocks of essential medicines, particularly hydroxychloroquine HCQ, to meet both domestic demand and export obligations. It said the production and transportation is being ensured throughout the country with help of state administrations. This position emerged after a video conference held in New Delhi yesterday under the chairmanship of Secretary of Department of Pharmaceuticals, Dr. P.D. Waghela, to review the operations and issues of the pharmaceutical and medical devices industry. The coordinated efforts of various departments of central government and state governments ensured in resolving major issues in supplies of medicines in the Northeast. Secretary informed this industry that Department of Pharmaceuticals is in constant touch with the industry, states and other departments to get to know their issues and quickly address those by taking up with relevant authorities. No additional positive cases have been reported for the last 14 days in 25 districts of 15 states due to the efforts of frontline workers. This was stated by an official in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare while briefing media in New Delhi. A total of 9,352 confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country so far. Out of these total cases, 979 patients have recovered and were discharged from the hospitals, while 324 patients have died. A core strategy group has been formed in CSIR based on a detailed review of COVID-19 research. The official added that the strategy group is working on digital and molecular surveillance, rapid and economical diagnostics and new drugs, and associated production processes. He said 78,000 self-help group members of 27 states have produced 1.96 crore masks under state rural livelihood missions. Home Ministry officials said that states are working continuously to enforce lockdown measures. The official added that retired personnel, NSS and NCC cadets and officials of other departments too are assisting the police in enforcing lockdown measures. The official informed that Home Ministry has also written to states asking them to follow lockdown guidelines in letter and spirit. Further, the official added that both interstate and intrastate movement of trucks and goods carriers are allowed, and along with the driver, one more person is allowed in the goods carrier. The official said states and union territories need to issue passes to workers of those firms which are exempted from lockdown restrictions, and they should also ensure that manufacturing units near state borders too do not face any hurdles in functioning. ICMR head scientist said that over 2 lakh COVID-19 tests have been done till yesterday.
In our series, Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, President of Public Health Foundation of India, Dr. K. Srinath Reddy said, India is in a much better position as compared to other countries as far as the COVID-19 cases are concerned.
We started getting affected later than many other countries, but we are presently in a much better position than the rest of the world, and in that sense, we are better protected. However, we still have to watch how the epidemic advances over the next 2 to 4 weeks before we can come to a judgment. But right now, it appears that our measures taken progressively from February and peaking with the lockdown are now paying dividends and showing results.
Dr. B. N. Gangadhar of the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, Bengaluru, advised people to follow the lockdown measures to check the spread of COVID-19 infection.
Keeping ourselves inside the house so that we don't get infected, and if by we getting infected, we passing on infection to more people, all this will be prevented if we very religiously follow the lockdown procedure.
In an exclusive bilingual program of All India Radio News, member Niti Aayog, Dr. V.K. Paul emphasized on the role social distancing plays in breaking the chain of the virus.
ये जो वायरस है, ये एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति तक जाता है. जब हम एक दूरी पैदा करते हैं, एक व्यक्ति और दूसरे व्यक्ति में, एक परिवार से दूसरे परिवार में, तो वायरस को आगे बढ़ने के लिए रुकावट मिलती है. वो बढ़ नहीं सकता क्योंकि पास होंगे तभी ये आगे चलता है.
He also mentioned the importance of washing hands.
हम बस में बैठे हैं, सीट पे किसी का हाथ लग गया, वहाँ कोई छींटे पड़े हो, वहाँ वायरस पड़ा हो. हम दफ्तर में गए हैं, उसके मेज के ऊपर कुछ पड़ा है. हम दुकान में गए हैं, सब्जी खरीद रहे हैं, सब्जी की सतह पे लगा है. तो यही हमें ख्याल रखना है कि ये संक्रमण का रास्ता बन जाए. इसलिए जब आप बार बार हाथ धोएंगे, हाथ साफ रखेंगे, तो आपको वायरस आपके लगा भी होगा हो तो वो धुल जाएगा.
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Dr. Manoj Nesari, Advisor Ayurved, Ministry of Ayush, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions to the experts on toll-free telephone number 1-800-11-5767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:10 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on our News on AIR app for updates. This is All India Radio bringing you a special news program on COVID-19. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 10 this morning, likely to announce decision on lockdown. Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Mizoram, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh extend lockdown till 30th of this month. Centre asks all states and union territories to check hoarding and ensure fair prices of essential commodities. Procurement of wheat for current rabi season to begin tomorrow. Pharma sector to ensure adequate supply of medicines and devices to fight COVID-19. Lockdown has helped to contain spread of coronavirus in Northeast, says Donor Minister Jitendra Singh. And nation remembers Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Minister for Development of Northeastern Region, donor, Dr. Jitendra Singh has said that effective management of lockdown in the Northeast has helped in checking the spread of COVID-19 in the region. In an exclusive interview to AIR News, Dr. Jitendra Singh said corona pandemic could be contained in the Northeast to a large extent because of the efficient implementation of guidelines pertaining to the lockdown.
The entire northeastern region is bordering with 5 or 6 countries. And I think the immediate impact and a very positive impact was that we didn't have a single case of corona positivity reported from the state of Sikkim, which is bordering with Nepal. And that's also, I think, possible also because the Nepal border was sealed very much in the earlier stages. As soon thereafter, there was a complete sealing of the Myanmar-Bangladesh border. That's the reason we have been able to contain the corona positive cases. In fact, we have had only, the entire 8 states, we have had only 31 cases as of today, out of which majority of them, maybe 26 or so, are reported from Assam. So I think out of 8 states, at least 3 or 4 states remain totally unaffected and untouched. Even rather, I would say unfamiliar with all the corona crisis that has gripped the rest of India.
On the issue of social distancing and making of masks, the Minister of State appreciated the role of women's self-help groups in the Northeast.
And the masks are concerned, we have had a great help from our self-help groups. Let's not forget that in Northeast, we have a very rich tradition of women self-help groups, which sometimes I cite as an example. So we have very vibrant, very active and very dedicated self-help groups. And these self-help groups, many of them mostly comprising women, have come out with homemade sanitizers, which are remarkably equally effective. So from that point of view, I think there's no room for any kind of an apprehension.
Jammu District Administration has launched an e-pass service for people in the coronavirus red zone to obtain online permission for emergency movement during the lockdown period. Jammu Deputy Commissioner Sushma Chauhan said the service will facilitate emergency movement of public from the red zone areas who are otherwise not allowed to move out of the restricted area. She said now, after the launch of this e-pass facility, any person in a situation of emergency residing in the predefined red containment zones can now apply online by going to the website www.jammu.nic.in/COVID-19. She also said that every e-pass generated will also have a QR code embedded within. Authenticity of the e-pass can be verified with the help of law enforcement agencies.
In Jammu and Kashmir, Academy of Art, Culture and Languages has come up with a unique endeavour to minimize the mental stress of people in the wake of prevailing lockdown. More from our correspondent.
Jammu Kashmir Academy of Art, Culture and Languages is trying to mitigate the mental stress of the people of J&K. Here a song composed by the Academy is sung by a famous singer of Jammu and Kashmir, Darbari Lal, which mesmerizes and relieves the tension and keeps one's mental health sound and healthier. Let us listen to the song. This is Sunil Kohl, AIR News from Srinagar.
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has ordered stern action against those not disclosing their corona-positive status deliberately. The order came during a COVID-19 review meeting in Lucknow yesterday. More from our correspondent.
Chief Minister has said that district and police administration will be held responsible for concealing of COVID-19 cases and action will be taken against them. Chief Minister has underlined for sanitation of corona hotspot areas and to ensure doorstep delivery of the necessary items for people in quarantine. The Chief Minister has also ordered to strengthen and increase the number of corona testing labs in the state. Meanwhile, after getting 57 new cases, the total number of corona positive cases in the state has reached 550. 158. Taking strict action against violation of lockdown, FIRs against 16,572 people were lodged in various districts. With MS Yadav's report, Tanvi Khurana, AIR News.
Bihar government has given permission to restart over 27,000 industrial units in the state to restore employment generation during the lockdown. Chief Secretary Deepak Kumar said DMs have been authorized to issue permission letters in this regard to the units. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar said these units have to take responsibility of health security of labourers. Our correspondent reports that industrial units of essential commodities, including food processing units, will be started soon. In Madhya Pradesh, the number of corona-infected people has crossed 600 mark, while 48 people have died so far. The number of corona-infected patients has increased to 142 in Bhopal. Similarly, in Indore, 362 people have been infected so far. Homemade masks will be provided to the labourers working under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Scheme (Manrega) in the state to protect them from coronavirus infection.
Homemade masks are being prepared by the women self-help groups working under the Rural Livelihood Mission in the state. The Additional Chief Secretary Rural Development Manoj Srivastava informed that 287,000 self-help groups are working under the mission. The women members of these groups have been advised to prepare masks. The masks produced by them have been named homemade masks. So far, over 25,42,000 masks have already been prepared. More than 26,000 litre sanitizer and 3,000 PPE kits have also been prepared. These groups have also produced around 52,000 hand wash soap. Ayurvedic doctors are distributing immunity boosting medicines to the common people. Homeopathy medicines are also being given in some areas. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
The number of COVID-19 cases in Maharashtra reached 2,334, with 352 new patients being detected. A state health department statement also said that 11 coronavirus patients died during the day, out of which 9 were in Mumbai. With this, the death toll due to COVID-19 in the state rose to 160. Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan provided 25,000 PPE kits to the frontline medical staff in the state, fighting to contain the pandemic in the states. In Gujarat, 34 fresh cases for COVID-19 were reported in the last 12 hours, taking the total number of confirmed cases to 572. State Health Department said 25 cases were reported from Ahmedabad, 5 from Vadodara, 3 from Bharuch and 1 from Panchmahal. A total of 7 persons have been discharged from the hospital. In view of the rising number of cases, State DGP Shivanand Jha said that surveillance and patrolling in the state will be further enhanced to ensure the effective implementation of the lockdown. A report.
Police will increase the number of checkposts in the hotspots and quarantine zones to keep track on entry and exit of people. Mr. Jha said police will set up dhaba points on the places where CCTV or drone surveillance is not possible. Private schools in Gujarat will not hike fees in the coming academic year and will offer flexibility to poor parents to pay March to May month's fees in installments. The decision was taken after State Education Minister Bhupendra Singh Chudasama held a meeting with representatives of Association of Private Schools yesterday. Class 10th and 12th board exams answer sheets will be checked from April 16 in the state. Aparna Khoot, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
In Karnataka, 15 new COVID-19 positive cases were reported yesterday, taking the total cases to 247. Out of these, 60 have been discharged. 2 deaths were reported in the state yesterday. Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa inaugurated a helpline on WhatsApp yesterday that will assist citizens to know all the developments related to the pandemic. The government also constituted a committee of doctors specialized in virology, epidemiology and pulmonology to analyze COVID data every day and advise the government on necessary interventions to break the chain of the pandemic. Our correspondent has more.
The Medical Education Minister Dr. K. Sudhakar interacted with health professional associations in the states through video conference yesterday. He called upon the associations to support COVID-19 containment measures. He invited them to contribute their infrastructure and expertise. He also asked the members to be part of the training program for health workers being conducted in Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences. The university offers online training for medical professional associations to tackle unforeseen medical emergency. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Kerala continues to flatten the curve of the infection as less positive cases are now being confirmed in the state. Presently, 178 people are under treatment for COVID-19 in the state. 197 persons have recovered from the disease so far. Amidst the lockdown, Keralites across the globe are celebrating Vishu in a very different way this time. The festival of harvest and prosperity that resonates with symbolism of abundance in every sense. The celebrations will be restricted to the houses of people as temples are not allowing any devotees and rituals are being performed in temples only. Authorities are informed to keep the celebrations minimal and strict action will be taken if anyone breaks the guidelines of the lockdown.
West Bengal celebrates Bengali New Year's Day today. On this day, Bengali traders community opens new books of accounts named as Hal Khata. Due to the ongoing lockdown, New Year's celebrations have been drastically curtailed this year. People are celebrating the day in their own houses with Ganesh Puja and other rituals. The government has taken several steps to facilitate the farmers and farming activities at field level during the lockdown period. Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare has started an All India Agri-Transport Call Centre for coordination between states for interstate movement of perishables, vegetables and fruits, agri-inputs like seeds, pesticides and fertilizers. The call centre number is 1-800-180-4200 and 14488. These numbers can be called from any mobile or landline phones. Truck drivers, traders, retailers, transporters or any other stakeholder facing problems in interstate movement can seek help by calling at the call centre. More from our correspondent.
Under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, around 4,000 tons of pulses have been dispatched for delivery to the states and union territories. About 8 crore 31 lakh farmer families have been benefited and an amount of over 16,000 crore rupees has been released so far under the PM Kisan scheme during the lockdown period. In Punjab, organic products are being delivered at doorstep in the specially designed electric van under Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. In Maharashtra, over 21 lakh quintals of fruits and vegetables have been sold online and by direct sale method. With Dipendra, Suparna Saikya, AIR News, Delhi.
Nation remembers Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary today. Dr. Ambedkar is known as the chief architect of the Indian Constitution and has been bestowed with the country's highest civilian honour, Bharat Ratna, in 1990 posthumously. More from our correspondent.
Dr. Ambedkar was a known jurist, economist, politician and social reformer who worked hard throughout his life to end social discrimination against weaker sections of the society. He became the first law and justice minister after the independence and played an important role in drafting the Indian Constitution and made provisions for abolition of all forms of discrimination. He inspired the Dalit Buddhist movement in India and embraced Buddhism on 14th October 1956. His thoughts has played important role in transforming the views toward India's socio-economic problems. With Anand Kumar, Bhupendra Singh, AIR News, Delhi.
Vice President and Prime Minister have greeted people on the occasion of these various festivals.
And now an overview of today's newspapers covering COVID-19 stories. PM's balancing act at 10 a.m. leads the Pioneer, adding all eyes on how government restarts economy with extended lockdown. The Hindu reports actions giving results, no new cases in 25 districts. But the Financial Express writes too early to declare victory except in Kerala. Both Maharashtra and Delhi see curve trending up. Rapid test kit shipment delayed again amid urgent requirement, headlines the Times of India. According to the Daily, some orders are held up because the Chinese government has allowed only 5 to 6 firms to sell the kits after concerns over its quality. The Statesman reports 14 centres of excellence such as PGIMER in Chandigarh, AIIMS, New Delhi and NIMHANS in Bangalore to mentor all government and private medical colleges in their catchment areas to create state-of-art molecular virology startups. And finally, according to experts, tech surveillance only way forward for contact tracing, reports the Hindustan Times.
And now, before we end the special news program on COVID-19, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 10 this morning, likely to announce decision on lockdown. Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Mizoram, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh extend lockdown till 30th of this month. Centre asks all states and UTs to check hoarding and ensure fair prices of essential commodities. Procurement of wheat for current Rabi season to begin tomorrow. Pharma sector to ensure adequate supply of medicines and devices to fight COVID-19. Lockdown has helped to contain spread of coronavirus in the northeast, says Donor Minister Jitendra Singh. And nation remembers Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary today. And with that, we end the special news program on COVID-19.